Every marriage has 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the bicker ring. We're here to settle the fights that don't matter and have no winner. It's the 3 Rings Podcast with another new argument.
Well, hello once again, and welcome to another episode of the 3 Rings Podcast. My name is Phil.
And my name is Lauren.
And we are...
married.
Yes. We've been married almost for 4 years. Coming up on our anniversary.
Will it be 4 years when this comes out?
Next week.
No.
Next week. Yes.
2 weeks from now.
No.
1 tomorrow. 1 the following week. Oh, okay. So when this comes out, our anniversary will be Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think that's right.
Yes, it is right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, 4 years together.
8 years total.
Yep.
So we've now been married for half
the time we've known each other.
Yep. Pretty
much,
the time
yeah.
We've been dating.
Yeah, I mean, we
what
started
did I say
dating
the other
really
day
quick.
that we were, because we got engaged we'd been together for exactly 1,000 days.
Yeah, it was 1,000 days when we got engaged.
Hold on.
So I'm trying to math it out here. What's it been, 2,000 days?
It has been, as of today, 2,837 days.
Wow.
So almost, we're coming up on 3,000.
Damn. Look at us go.
Look at us go.
We're doing all right.
We are.
Yeah. Especially, considering that we've been doing this podcast for, closing in on a year at this point, and it hasn't drove us apart.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll see how this week's round of questions go, because this week we'll be doing another round of Would You Rather questions, and if you missed last week, it ended very morbid. Sorry about that.
On Tuesday, March 16th, we will have been together for 3,000 days.
Right.
We
Mark
should
it
do
on
something.
the calendar.
Yeah. Are you going to propose to me again?
Sure.
All right.
I'll get you another card.
Yeah, to propose to me, Phil got me a card that says, "Thanks so much" on the front of it. And it has like a dog and a jester.
Yeah, and then you open the card and it said, "Just a little gesture of my appreciation." So that's what I got to propose.
Thanks so much. Not even a
thank
full
you.
thank you. Just thanks.
So much.
Thanks.
Because I'm classy like that. Got you a card. Did not get down on one knee. And didn't actually ask if you would marry me. Just left the ring on the bed. And you just kind of said yes.
Yeah, and like we were just talking about this the other day because we never had like a conversation about whether or not we were like exclusive either.
Yeah.
So I was like, technically everything was up in the air up until the time that we signed the marriage certificate.
It's true.
The only security that either of us have in this relationship is that marriage certificate.
Pretty much. We haven't talked about anything else. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the way I went about it. Seemed to work. So,
I mean,
all these people that are like, I need to have fireworks and I need to, have a flash mob and all that. No.
I remember I remember there was someone who was convinced that they wanted you to propose to me at a concert on stage.
Oh.
And I told you.
You would have said no.
Yeah, that I would have turned you down in front of God and everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Not here for that.
Beggars can't be choosers. I got a card and I'm happy with it.
There you go. Again, it worked out just
It did.
fine.
We're still here.
And
We're fine.
ever since that day, I've been driving you crazy with all of the incessant arguments that we've been having until the day that we died.
Bickering? When did we start bickering? It's funny because I had this conversation with my friend about how things change after you've been dating for a year.
True.
Because that's kind of like when the rose-colored glasses kind of come off.
Yeah, I feel like that's a legitimate time frame where it's like, okay, I'm done trying to impress you on things, or I'm done holding back on this.
Yeah, like the best behavior kind of ends at that point.
Yeah, that sounds about right. When
So,
yours kind of on par for that, I guess.
Yeah. You're kind of like to have silly arguments for sport, though, which makes me think that we probably started bickering before the 1 year mark, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, most of the things that we bicker about, I mean, the way that we can do this podcast every single week arguing about things, I think people don't really understand that these are things that don't matter, and we both know that they don't matter.
Yeah, right.
And even though we argue about, our own particular cases, we don't really care enough to the point where it's going to bother us after we're done doing it. Some of them, yes.
I remember reading something about, predictors of marriages that were going to work versus ones that didn't. And I think one of the things that they mentioned that was a predictor of things, like a predictor of successful marriages, was, are you able to laugh during an argument?
Always.
Yeah, constantly.
I 9 times out of 10 try to turn it into a joke.
Yeah.
Or I try to make a joke in there because it lightens the mood.
Yes. Yeah.
And because I just like being funny.
Well, and you enjoy getting me worked up about stuff.
Yeah,
You like to you like to get my goat a lot. Yeah.
I poke a lot, and then when you're at the point of exploding, I tell you it's like I'm just fucking with you. So yeah, it kind of is a sport for me.
Yes, it is very much so.
So in the spirit of sports,
all right,
are you ready for this week's Would You Rather questions?
I'm ready. I'm more ready than I was last week because I feel like you already said that this week is better. So
I don't know if this week is
oh
better.
Oh God. Okay. Well,
I have not really gone through these.
He builds me up just to tear me down.
Yeah. Well, all right. As we were just talking about, we'll start out on a very light note.
Okay.
Though, if that's fine. All right. So, would you rather be fluent in all languages, or be a master of every musical instrument?
Oh.
Think of all the opportunity that exists with both of these.
I know. I'm gonna make my best friend Ashley very proud, and I'm going to say that I would rather master every language. I think that would be more practical. Okay. Mastering every instrument would be way more fun.
Yeah.
It could probably make you more money.
Yeah.
But think of all the job opportunities and just the being able to communicate. You could travel anywhere and just be able to communicate flawlessly with people.
See, I'm on the opposite of this. I would rather master every single musical instrument because, like you said, it could definitely make you a lot more money. And I feel so for me, I don't have musical ability. I can't play any instrument.
No, you could if you wanted to, though.
If I wanted to, yeah. But also on that same token, I could learn a language if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I would rather master all the musical instruments, be able to create whatever art that I have in mind, make money off of it, and then if I want to travel and go places, I can spend my time learning different languages.
Okay. All right.
So
okay.
for people that don't have a natural musical ability, I think that's the way to go.
Maybe that's why part of the reason why I not to toot my own horn, but I have musical ability. Yeah. I struggle with learning languages, so I think that I think it's just the grass is always greener, kind of.
It's fair.
Okay.
All right. See, nice and easy on that one. This one is going to get interesting too.
Okay.
Would you rather babysit a crying infant for a day, or have an unwanted house guest for a week? The baby does not stop crying.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unwanted house guest for a week.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, right.
I think it would just be easier to manage.
You would go into a different room. Yeah,
they're around, but it's okay, well, we're gonna go and do this. Don't.
But a full 24 hours of a baby crying, yikes.
Be a lot.
Yikes.
But then, right at 24 hours,
it just shuts up.
Just boom, done. Goes to sleep.
The batteries die.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right, another lighter one.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly through the air?
Fly through the air.
Same.
Yeah, you could get we could just be okay, let's go see our family and then just be like, boop. Like,
I guess the real question, though, is how fast do you fly?
I think we've had this conversation before, haven't we?
We had this when it was...
The superpower
Yeah,
one?
the superpowers. So...
Still, I mean, I feel like, I feel like it would come in more handy.
Yeah. I think when most people ask this question, it's like, if humans could physically fly, like, you're probably flying at a speed similar to or faster than a bird flying through the air.
Yeah.
You know, so...
You'd have to take breaks, but yeah. You could still get there. Like, the fastest way to something is a straight line, right? So, like, you could cut down on a lot that... Yeah.
You cut down on traffic, on
Yep.
any of that shit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Right.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
This one will be fun.
I don't like it when you say that.
Would you rather have the details of your financial life or your love life be made public?
Oh, love life. What do I got to hide?
Wow. I'm very surprised about that.
What do I have to hide?
I'm not saying
I'm
you have
happily
anything
married. I'm a happily married woman. Like, it's not like anything sordid is happening.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it would be like all details.
I'm trying to think of like what all that would include. I mean, like obviously,
everything.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want my parents I don't know.
See, this is why I'm very surprised by that answer. I thought 100%. I thought you were gonna instantly say financial.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like. Oh God.
I did not think you were going to struggle with this as much.
I don't know. It's just like I feel like people could make assumptions about what is happening with my love life. I've been married for 4 years. Like, you'd be naive to think that like I'm like I don't even want to like God, I hate that. I hate talking about this stuff.
Do you want to just pass?
No. I'll struggle through it. I'm not like
struggle the opposite word here. This is definitely a struggle.
I'm not exactly virginal. That's obvious. Like we're happily married. Like
Yes.
you'd be naive to think that something wasn't going on.
Yes.
Whereas like the details of our finances are just extremely nobody's business.
True.
I mean, the other stuff isn't anybody's business
None
either.
of it is anybody's business. That's
But
why this is the question.
I don't know. I find I'd be less upset about people knowing about that than like the details of our finances. Not that our finances are anything embarrassing. It's just not anybody's business.
Fair.
What would you choose?
I would say finance.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't give a shit. I don't care if people know how much I make.
I don't know. Something about that is like icky to me.
I mean, it all is. It's
Yeah,
why it's on
right.
the list
Okay.
here.
Anyways, I'm sticking by my answer.
Okay, that's fine. Well, hopefully that scenario doesn't come up between the two of us, because then both of them are getting out. That would suck. So this one, I think I know what you're immediately going to say.
Okay.
But then when you think about it more, I think you might change your answer.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather be given a lifetime supply of delicious food or books? Your immediate answer:
Books.
books. Now think about it.
I don't.
Is that what you're going to stick with?
If I didn't have to buy food, I could buy books.
If you didn't buy books, you could buy food.
I mean, but right now I can buy both. So it's just like,
Yeah, but you're given a lifetime supply. So you never have to think about going grocery shopping.
yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah,
Or-
that won me over. I don't want to
see?
think about grocery shopping.
I told
No.
you, as soon as you thought about
I'll
it more.
spend my grocery money on books.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fine. I would definitely go
But it's
with
like, I don't want
lifetime.
somebody else selecting my books for me.
No. And also, they did make note that it's delicious food, not shit. So,
It's not like slop.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
Kinda
take the delicious food.
lifetime supply of delicious food. Yeah, we're on the same page there. Like I said, I knew you would come around. All right, would you rather... This one's going to be interesting. Would you rather live the rest of your life as a monk
Oh.
or followed continuously by the paparazzi?
Oh, God.
I can tell you that I would rather be followed by the paparazzi. As much as, like, I am not great with dealing with other people most of the time.
Why? What about the monk thing is so unappealing to you?
When, like, you're so closed off on, like, everything, it's all just, like, you and your, like, spiritual journey and all of that, and I
Yeah.
am not here for that.
I feel like
not
I'd
great
be
with the whole
more
spiritual part.
at peace as a monk. I would just
Yeah.
miss you too much. Like, that would be...
Yeah.
I would choose the paparazzi because I don't want to be separated from you.
That's cute. So cute. Where you're like, I don't want to be
I feel
separated
like-
from you. I'm like, I don't want to be spiritual.
I feel like I'd definitely be more at peace and I'd be more comfortable as a monk. I wouldn't want to be... Yeah, I wouldn't... I wouldn't give up you.
I would be like, here's a completely separate question.
Okay?
And not to go too deep on anything.
Uh-huh.
But as somebody who struggles with anxiety,
Uh-huh.
if somebody told you, like, okay, you're going to be a monk, do you think that that would cure your anxiety, or do you think you would become anxious about, am I a good enough monk?
I think... That's so hard to say. Because it's like a...
Like, would you have, like, that internal conflict of, like, be like, am I going to reach nirvana? Like, is this going to happen?
I'm
Like, am I doing a good
sure-
job? Did I pray enough? Like,
I think it would be a process, I think.
so.
Like, I think, like, I would probably be that way at first, but then if you're a good monk, then you probably get past it.
maybe.
So, like, I think that... And then, two, it's, like, very much a... I don't know if there is anything that could cure my anxiety because it's a symptom of something that's wrong with my brain, too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it would matter.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Because
So, I'm sure I would still be an anxious monk.
Anxious Monk sounds like a good band name.
Or a pub. You know what I mean? It's a good
It'd
pub.
be a good pub.
It's a good pub name.
Anxious Monk would be a good Nirvana cover band. That's what I'm sticking with. Okay. You go with pub, I go with Nirvana cover band. Okay.
Yeah, I think that I would still be somewhat anxious as a monk. I probably would be better because, like, if you've just got that to focus on, then, like, what else is...
It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the last one that I have, but this one I think we can kind of dig deep into.
Okay.
It's not super grim or morbid.
Okay.
It is a little heavy though.
All right. Oh, God.
Would you rather spend 20 years in prison and be exonerated as innocent, or be put away for 4 years despite your innocence and be considered guilty forever?
Oh.
So would you rather be in jail for 20 years for a crime you didn't commit, get exonerated and people know that you're innocent, or get put away for 4 years, whether you're innocent or not, and then you get out and everybody still considers you guilty?
Like, everybody?
Everyone.
Literally everyone.
Like, if you're filing for a job or anything like that, and you have
but,
to
like,
put
would
any of
my
that down,
mom and dad think I was guilty?
yes, everybody would think that.
Then I would
whatever crime you did.
rather be in there for 20 years and then be proven innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't, this is, like, another personal thing, but, like, I struggle with, like, the root of a lot of my anxiety is people being disappointed in me.
Yeah.
So just living with knowing that people are disappointed in me for the rest of my life would be rough.
Well, think of it this way, too. You're spending 20 years in prison for this crime you've been convicted of, so people are going to think that you're guilty for 20 years until you're exonerated. So is the 20 years of people think you're guilty, and then you get out, you're exonerated, and people are like, okay, you didn't do it, for the rest of your life after that. So you said you wanted to live into your 90s, so for 40 years, people are like, okay, well, you didn't do that. Or you get out at 34, and the next 55 plus years, people think that you're guilty.
I mean, the other one, you're dealing with people thinking that you're guilty for less time. So, yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I think that I would actually do the 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. I mean...
What's the crime, I guess?
I don't think it matters. It's crime enough that you go to jail.
True, and thinking that someone's guilty doesn't exactly mean that you don't forgive them or you don't love them.
This is why I said it could go deep.
Because, if you were convicted of a crime, I'd still love you, and I'd forgive you for it. But,
even though you would still
think that you did it, yeah.
Yeah. It gets very...
philosophical.
Philosophical and complicated. Like I said, I would rather do the 4 years because, let's say, tomorrow I get hauled off for whatever crime that I've committed. So I get out, I'm 34, and...
Okay, I agree with you now that we've, sussed it out. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because, I think I trust the people in my life to still love me.
Yeah.
In spite of... Even though they might be disappointed, they could get past that disappointment.
Yeah.
And then...
Because, I guess it's no different from people that have gone to jail, served their time, get out, and it's I did this crime.
I did it.
You are still considered guilty forever, but it's are you, does that mean that people are going to,
discriminate discriminate against you for the rest of your life?
Some people will, but not all people will.
Right,
So
right.
I'd rather have more of my life outside.
Yeah, I agree.
Prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. We worked through that one, too.
Okay.
All right.
See, I'm glad that we can come to compromise on some of these things. That's all I got. Those are the only would you rather questions that I have for the rest of this week. I'm sure we'll do more of these at some point. Not next
send
week.
us your favorite would you rather questions.
Yeah, there's plenty that are out there. As I was going through some of them, you read them and it's just like some of them are just boring. So that's why I wanted to get some of the really good ones that you can really dig a little bit deeper into, and some of the ones that, again, I knew were going to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but hey, that's what makes for good radio, baby.
Great. I'm glad my discomfort could bring people entertainment, if nothing else.
Hey, it's what I'm here for. Some of the best radio personalities are the best because they fuck everything up and make people feel uncomfortable.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, rate and review us online. You can find us at 3 Rings Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's THREE Rings Pod. Mm-hmm. Not podcast.
Well,
3
the name
Rings
is 3 Rings
Pod.
Podcast.
Yeah. THREE.
Yeah.
All right. I need to go home and freeze my soups.
We'll get you back to your soups and to your dog.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so
bye.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with something new. Not sure what it's going to be, but it'll be something new and exciting that we will not agree on, and it'll be exciting as it always is. And she's checked out, so we'll be back next week.
Thanks for listening to another weekly episode of the 3 Rings Podcast. We'll be back next week with another new argument. In the meantime, follow us on all social media platforms at 3 Rings Pod. Join in the argument and tell us who's right, who's wrong, or why you have the right answer. Whatever. Just tell us stuff.